Are you curious about living in Everett, Washington? From the schools, the restaurants, the shopping, and the housing market, all that's going to be covered right here. So stay tuned. My name is Gus Montgomery. Today we're going to do a Google Map tour of Everett, Washington. So follow me to my laptop. Welcome back to my laptop. So today on the Google Map tour, we are looking at Everett, Washington. So Everett, Washington is located in Snohomish County. It's actually the largest city in Snohomish County. For those that are not from the state of Washington, if you're curious about the distance from Everett to Seattle, Washington, and let's just imagine there's no traffic, but there's always traffic when you're driving into Seattle. But without traffic, Everett to Seattle is about a 28 to 35-minute drive. If you're looking at another popular city in Washington State, let's say Bellevue, Washington, without traffic, typically about a 35-minute drive. So conveniently located to the major cities in the Seattle, Bellevue area. And if you look back at Everett, it's conveniently located right next to I-5. So it's definitely a commuter's dream. As you can see, it's really close to the water. Actually, it has the largest marina in the entire West Coast. So the fact that Everett is so close to the water, so close to Seattle and Bellevue, is actually one of the best bargains as far as home prices in the Seattle area. So we'll definitely talk about that more later in the video. Another cool part about Everett, it's convenience to two different airports. So of course, when you think about airports, you think about SeaTac International Airport. That is the largest airport in Washington State. So from Everett to SeaTac Airport, you're looking at a 40 to 50-minute drive without traffic. Now, if you're traveling out of state to the East Coast, out of country, for sure your best bet will be flying out of SeaTac International Airport. However, for those that have watched my video, you already know what I'm about to say. But for those new to my YouTube page, I love talking about this airport because it is a super luxury when you're living north of Seattle. And that is Payne Field Airport. All right, Payne Field Airport is a smaller airport conveniently located in Everett. So depending on where you're at in Everett, you are really close to another airport. As we focus on Payne Field Airport, this airport kind of reminds me of a hotel lobby. Very modern, super small. There's only a few gates. There's one security checkpoint, and it's really convenient for flights to California, Nevada, and Arizona. So if you're flying to a city, one of those states, you definitely want to look at Payne Field Airport. Now, I must say, this is one of the best, most comfortable lobbies of any airport that I've been in. Super convenient. Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. So yeah, if you're going to Cali, Arizona, Nevada, for those that like to go to Las Vegas, you gotta check out Payne Field Airport, conveniently located in Everett, Washington. Depending on when you book the flight, it could be a cheaper flight than flying out of SeaTac. So very good amenity to have when you're living in Everett, Washington. All right, let's talk about shopping in Everett. So you do have your own mall in Everett called the Everett Mall. It's been around since the 1970s. It's over 600,000 square feet to indoor and outdoor mall. And as you can see in the pictures, you have restaurants like Buffalo Wild Wings, stores like Old Navy. You got a food court, a Zoomies. Now, I'll be honest, this mall is not that busy usually. And there's a couple of vacancies of stores inside the mall. You have a Burlington Coat Factory. You have a LA Fitness that's attached, as well as a movie theater. But it's still a mall in itself. Has some pretty solid stores like Zoomies, Claire's, Old Navy. And as you can tell, it's not the most popular mall by the enthusiasm of my voice, but it is a mall inside of Everett that has some solid restaurants and some decent stores as well. But since you are in Everett, you are really close to Linwood. And for those that have watched my other videos, there is one of the best malls in Washington State located in Linwood, and that's called Alderwood Mall. Now, if we look at the distance from Everett to Alderwood Mall, this time of day is actually an 18-minute drive. You're only about a 11.5-mile drive away. So you do have Alderwood Mall. And I've talked about Alderwood Mall a lot in my other videos. I have a Linwood map tour in my other videos as well. The Alderwood Mall is a popular indoor and outdoor mall with lots of department stores, movie theaters, and restaurants, as well. As you can see in the Google Pics, you have an AMC, you have a Nordstrom. There's a lot of great restaurants inside Alderwood Mall, and this mall does get busy. 100 times more busy than the Everett Mall. If you only had one mall to choose from, Alderwood would definitely be my top choice for malls to visit. See, another plus of living in Everett is you are super close to the Seattle Premium Outlets, which is located near Marysville, Washington. So if we look on the Google map, distance between the Seattle Premium Outlets, which is actually located north of Seattle by Marysville, and Everett, you're about a 13-minute drive, so not bad at all. And this is the premier outlet mall in Washington State. So you have stores like Nike, Adidas, you have Calvin Klein. So you have a lot of great stores, Oakley's, Kate Spade, you have Coach, a lot of great options inside the Seattle Premium Outlets. So the fact that you live in Everett, but you're close to Alderwood Mall, close to the Seattle Premium Outlets, that is a great, convenient location to be in. One last thing in this section is there's actually a really cool little small town called Mill Creek, Washington, that's located right next to Everett. But I want to focus on the Mill Creek Town Center. So if you actually look at the distance between Everett and Mill Creek, which is actually right next to each other. So the Google Maps says it's a 16-minute drive, but Silver Lake, this area right here, is still Everett. So depending on where you are in Everett, you'll be super close to the Mill Creek Town Center. You could be 5 minutes away, you can be 16 minutes away. But the Mill Creek Town Center is an outdoor mall featuring over 80 shops, as restaurants. It has some cool little shops as well. A town and country grocery store that's really popular. You have the LA Fitness. You have other restaurants like the Lodge. You have Northern Public House, Boston's. You have China Garden. You have a sushi and teriyaki spots. You have a Coastal Creamery. This is more shots of the town center. But yeah, super cool little area, outdoor shopping area, Mill Creek Town Center. Good vibes as well. A lot of people walking around, families, couples. So a good spot to check out the Mill Creek Town Center, conveniently located right next to Everett, Washington. But yeah, let's talk about restaurants. We kind of talked a little bit about restaurants within the malls and things like that, but some restaurants I want to highlight You got Lombardi's, which is a really popular Italian restaurant right on the marina. If you're looking for some type of more upscale dinner at the Waterfront Park, excuse me, if you want like an upscale dinner by the marina, Lombardi's is a great choice. You also have Emery's on Silver Lake. So you look further south, Everett, Emery's good for seafood, good for steaks. You got view of the Silver Lake as well. Really underrated part of Everett, Silver Lake. So definitely want to check that out and highlight. We also have Capers and Olives, which is another Italian restaurant. Really cozy, quaint, but really good, delicious food. Another spot in Everett that I want to mention is K Fresh. Really good hot stone Korean bowls. It's really cozy. It's like a quick bite type environment. Kind of like, when you go to Chipotle, Qdoba, you pick the ingredients of the bowl, they make it in front of you. Similar thing, but I come here a lot when I'm in the area for lunch. You can do cold bowl, you can do a hot stone bowl, which I would highly recommend. And yeah, it's delicious. Mashi soyo. It's very high quality, delicious Korean food. And lastly, I want to mention a local legend in Heaven Sent Chicken. The owner has been opening fried chicken spots in the Seattle area for years and years. Heaven Sent Chicken is one of the locations he has in Everett. Really good chicken, the mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, chicken strips as well. So definitely want to show some love to Heaven Sent Chicken. All right, next up, let's talk about things to do in Everett, Washington. All right, so Google knows what's up. I was actually going to talk about this one. First off is Thornton A. Sullivan Park, which is located right on Silver Lake, which is the same place where the Emery's restaurant is located. And this picture right here is actually old. They just remodeled the playground. So the updated playground looks really good. So shout out to all the families with kids. You'll definitely be enjoying that for the next upcoming years. But you have a lot of options. You can go paddleboarding, kayaking. Really, oh, this is actually a picture of the newer playground, I believe. But paddleboarding, kayaking, got little trails as well. So really good park for those that like the outdoor vibes, 35-acre lakeside park. Another place in Everett is the Imagine Children's Museum, hands-on exhibit, water play area, rooftop playground. I used to work in summer camps back in the day, so we came here every summer, and the kids absolutely love it. The fact that they have such a big establishment dedicated for kids in Everett, highly recommended. I would definitely recommend those with kids 12 and under to check out the Imagine Children's Museum. Really good reviews. 4.7 reviews for a place that's been around for a while. When you're, highlighting things for kids is a very good sign. Place I wanted to mention is a Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum. Set in a restored hangar, this museum showcases aircraft used between 1935 and 1945. All right, next up is the Evergreen Arboretum and Gardens. So this is a 3.5-acre arboretum, features 10 themed gardens, walking paths, and sculptures. Really good place to visit for those that just want to check out something different that you don't see in a lot of cities in the Seattle area. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about the schools in Everett. With the public school system, the school district is called Everett School District. It has around 30 different schools, 4 main high schools, and you have around 20,000 students in the Everett Public School. Now, and as you can see, this is the jurisdiction, this is the area of Everett School District. It actually falls down to Mill Creek as well. Some of the high schools in Everett, you have Cascade High School, you have Everett High School, really beautiful, historic looking building. You also have Jackson High School as well, located in Mill Creek, which we talked about earlier in the video. But yeah, very good looking campus. So you have Jackson High School, Everett High School, and you have Cascade High School, just to name a couple. But yeah, just to give you an idea, Everett Public Schools, about 30 schools, about 20,000 students, and they got about 4 main high schools. All right, let's talk about the housing market in Everett, Washington. So the median home price for single family homes in Everett is $635,000. For condos, it's $378,000. Now, if you compare that to Snohomish County, which is where Everett is located, and Everett is the largest city in Snohomish County. So this shows you where Snohomish County is with the other surrounding cities. The median home price for Snohomish County is $730,000 for a single family home, and for condos is $480,000. So you are looking at about almost $100,000 difference in single family home prices between the Snohomish County median and the Everett Washington median. So you're getting a lot of good value by being in Everett, Washington. Then let's look at, in proximity or in comparison to Seattle, the median home price in Seattle, Washington is, for a single family home, is $877,000. For a condo, it's $525,000. Now I'm just showing you the distance from Seattle to Everett, but you're looking at over $200,000 difference in single family home pricing between Everett and Seattle. But as you can see, when there's no traffic, it's between a 28 to 35-minute drive. So you have over a $200,000 difference between Everett and Seattle, and almost $100,000 difference between Snohomish County and Everett, Washington. All right, and if we're looking at Everett, Washington, the median home prices back in January of 2020 versus now, you'd be amazed at the appreciation. So back in January 2020, the median home prices for single family homes in Everett was $440,000. Now it's $635,000. That's almost a $200,000 difference from January 2020 to now. If you are looking at condo prices back in January 2024, Everett, it's $265,000. Right now, it's $378,000. So not only is Everett one of the best bargains in the Seattle area, it's continuing to appreciate over time in the single family and condo pricing as well. So there's a lot of good value living in the largest city in Snohomish, the close proximity to Seattle, and all the things that do restaurants, shopping, museums. So there's a lot of great things to like about Everett, Washington. All right, that is it for the Google Map tour of Everett, Washington. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Everett with me. If you value this content, please like and subscribe to his YouTube channel, and I will continue to provide more value going forward. Until next time, take care.